Warp Type Wednesday.
We got lighter colors on today here. Jay's got a nice light blue hat on, kind of almost matching my headphones.
Yeah, a little bit there. It's got a yellow bill.
Oh, okay. Kind of almost like Donald Duck colors there.
That's what I was going for. Thought to myself, you know who I want to look like really, really bad? Donald Duck.
Donald Duck.
So thanks for noticing.
Hey, no problem. What you been up to? How's your week going?
Let's see. What have I been up to? I've been playing a lot of BioShock, as we talked about last week, and I got to this part where I think I'm getting ready to kill Fontaine. I think it's the famous scene. No spoilers if anybody hasn't played this game, where he like beats the dude with the golf club. That's kind of unforgettable. So I've been doing that. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts this week. My favorite new podcast is Knockback. Um, Colin Moriarty, I think is his name, and it has a brother named Dagan, and they're really they talk about like they'll pick like one topic, Russ. Like I thought maybe this might be a neat idea for us to try someday.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be like Jurassic Park, and they'll
Okay.
spend the whole time discussing different things about Jurassic Park that made it interesting, and the different characters, and the just all kind of stuff. They just go like a deep dive on on one subject.
Like they do the movie, the games, the like everything.
Yeah, do movie games. Sometimes it'll be like Christmas memories, or because they're brothers, so they talk about a lot of interesting stuff. I think I sent you the BioShock podcast
Episode.
they did.
Yeah, I did listen to that one there. Kind of got me like, oh, I kind of want to go back and play this game a little bit.
Exactly. Yeah. So so I just really enjoy listening to those guys. And then I was listening to this other podcast. I don't know the name of it though, but they were talking about Super Star Wars. And I was like, oh, I got really close to beating that game as a kid. Like I was in the last level. So I was like, all right, I want to dive back into Super Star Wars again. So I played it the other night for like 45 minutes. Got all the way to the level 4 boss and just like for whatever reason couldn't get past him. So I must have been having like an epic run. But I did play that game a lot as a kid, and and it also makes me want to get the other 2 Star Wars games for the Super NES.
Right. Yeah,
so
they
just
certainly
playing,
play.
Yeah, just playing a lot of games is all I'm doing.
Well, hey, that's good. Get back into gaming.
Trying.
What have I been playing? Let's see. I played. What the heck did I just beat? I was streaming on Twitch last week, and I went through.
Didn't you beat Faxanadu?
No, that was no, that was. I was looking up my stream footage when I did stream it. I think it was like a year and a half ago or so when I went through it.
I'm so jealous you beat that game because, like we were talking before we went live, I was playing this game a lot on when I was doing my TikTok pretty hardcore. And one night I had it was like the Faxanadu squad. It was like all these people came out of the woodwork and they're like, "Oh, I love this game! I can't believe you're streaming this! Like nobody plays this."
Right.
And I got like really far, and then I just have not went back to it, which is like the case for me in so many games. So I need to get back on it.
Yeah, I just put out a video for. I've been doing the top 3 Tuesdays again. I restarted it up, and so this week's episode was. Well, now it's 2 weeks ago when you guys hear this podcast, but it was unpopular NES games. So I had spoke about Faxanadu, where a lot of people don't talk about it. Maybe it's unpopular. It's called like a Zelda clone or rip off of Zelda, but it's pretty fun actually. So I was having
I hope
fun
you
with
noticed who your first commenter was.
jumping in there. I appreciate
it. Yeah, maybe I'll. You know what? If I can find time, which knowing me, I won't be able to because I haven't found time to do this next video I want to do, which is my top 10 games I want to finish. I know we talked about responses. Like you said, I might do a response to something I was going to do. I should do responses to your Top Tuesday. I want to make YouTube small again. Make YouTube great again, Russ. Make it small. Make it great.
Make it small. Make it great. Yeah.
Bring back bring back that kind of like grassroots feeling that it used to have. I feel like it's got away from that, and I mean, I love all the big guys, you know, we're friends with all of them, but, um, we gotta promote ourselves 'cause, they're not gonna do it for us, Russ. We gotta get big on our own.
Well, I was trying with this,
Gotta help the little guys.
with the new top 3 Tuesday. I've only done 2 so far, but my plan for it, if you guys haven't checked it out, so I started using Rob the Robot as, like, my co-host. We kinda get this dynamic with jokes and stuff, and he kinda, throws some jokes back at me, so it's pretty
He's
fun.
a sassy little bot.
Right, so I'm keeping them kinda sassy, and I do a comment shout out during the video. The format goes, "Here's my top 3, my top 2. Let's do a comment shout out." So I'm shouting out the people that are interacting when I post stuff, and
That's
then
right.
have a guest on every single episode.
I
S
noticed that. I saw Jay from Square Pegs on one.
Yeah,
I don't remember the last guest from
it
the
was,
one that's
he was, Rob from the Retro Hunters.
okay, that's right. I remember that
So
now.
Rob did YouTube back in the day, before Retro Liberty, essentially. If he
This
was
was
like
like
one of the
what
early.
inspired Retro Liberty, kind of.
Yes, and I just reached out
Okay,
to him and I was like, "Yo, dude, you wanna do a quick, like, cameo?" And he was down for it. He's trying to
cool.
kinda figure out YouTube again because it's coming back after doing it, 10 years ago. It's definitely a
Right.
different beast. But I made an Excel spreadsheet of about 40 people I wanna contact and be like, "Hey, do you wanna do an episode?" And basically, it's about a minute segment of them chiming in on the topic that I'm talking about.
But it's that grassroots feeling that we're talking about, like getting people involved, you know?
Right, so hopefully, be fun. People again will be able to see these people and maybe check out their channel. Give them
Yeah.
a few subscribers, and then hopefully their subscribers will check me out as well.
And it just makes it interesting, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna maybe you got some people I can add to my list here.
We got Megadan 29.
Because then also too, I have to figure out how to contact some of these people because it's I only
I mean,
know
I
them
got phone
through.
numbers, Russ.
I could do
I
straight
know
phone
people.
numbers.
I know people that know people.
Let's see. Yeah, Megadan's on there. Yep.
Retro Reminiscence.
Oh nope, don't have him.
I know, my buddy, oh my god, I feel so bad. I can't. I'm blanking on his name. Ron Man Gaming. I want to call him SNES Man because he does a lot of SNES stuff.
Ron
But
Man
Ron Man
Gaming.
Gaming, he has a great channel. One a good friend of mine.
Got it.
Um,
I got. Let's see. I added. Um, I put you on there if you could find time to
I'll I'll
throw it
I'll
in.
make time for you, Russ.
I got Pac-Man Case. I got
Oh, I love Andy.
um HBR Shredder. We talked about Captain
Yes,
Algebra. J
yes,
Love.
yep. I don't know, but J Love's kind of busy, but she might make time for you. She's a homie.
We got Linda, aka the Gamer Girl.
Linda
Eight
will
Bit
do it.
Eric.
I'm sure
Michael B.
Eric will do it.
Michael B. The Game Genie. Maybe I can get.
That would be a tough one because Mike's all about arcade one-ups, but he might surprise us. Tell him
Um,
NES Addict said, "You better do it." Sick
Game
of his
Dave. I might be able to pop in.
dude. If you could get Game Dave, you will be the god.
'Cause I
Because
figured that, with some of these people, I'm like, "Listen, it's like a minute video. Can you fit like" I'll even if, like, these bigger people, like, "Oh, I really don't have time, I don't do too much YouTube." It's like, I'll do all the B-roll footage, just you in front of a camera, chatting about the subject, and I'll drop it in. For the most part,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
some of the people
You'll
I
do the hard
contact,
editing.
I'm like,
Yeah.
"If you could just do it finished, I just drop it in. If not, I'll reach out and get the B-roll, add the music, and make it fancy." Um,
Cool.
but I was trying to also to dive in. If you watched the last episode, I almost kind of want to channel kind of like a Pee Wee's Playhouse where the people chime in, and I have Rob is like incoming transmission, and then there's like a TV like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, "Oh, hey, it's Rob," and we're talking back and forth, and he's like, "Hey, Russ, what's up?" And I was like, "Oh, hey, I heard you were." So we're almost like communicating through the TV, and then I'm
Right,
like, "Roll the
right.
clip." So
It's cool.
yeah, they've been about 10-minute videos. They do take a little bit to edit. I try to get it going before Tuesday, but I am off on Tuesday, so a lot of times I'm editing that day to get it up at night. I ran into some
Everybody
issues.
listening, go watch it.
Yes, please check out. And I now I've changed too. I figured maybe with, the thumbnail, I switched it up a little bit and the title because I think maybe if people see it like Top 3 Tuesday, like, "Oh, he's only talking about 3 games, maybe I don't wanna tune in," or something like that. But really, I'm doing 3 games plus the person who chimes in, so that's a 4 game, and then whatever the people comment, I'm briefly discussing those
Right.
games. So it's not really just 3 games, but it just sounds better as a series. Top 3
Yeah.
Tuesday, it comes out on
Yeah.
Tuesday.
I like it.
So, we'll see how it goes. I'm hoping it catches more views and people dig it and like the dynamic with me and Rob. Maybe Rob will show up in some other videos too, some DIY videos, but
Yeah, Rob's funny. I'm digging Rob.
I'm just trying to dial in how to animate him rather than it's just a static image of Rob. I like to have like some movements. I've
Well,
been
I saw you he, like, moved his head up one time or something.
yeah, like I can turn him on and his arms will be like "Bzzz," and he'll
Yeah,
like
my Rob
rotate.
is dead. He's just a skeleton of him. That's all he is. Where you at, Rob? He's somewhere back there.
But I was trying to see if I can control him at all, but you have to have a CRT TV to whatever flashes on the screen work with that will work
With
with
his eyes, yeah.
right, so it won't work with a flat screen. And I was trying to Google stuff and I found this video where these people made this device that goes over Rob's eyes. It was like a 3D printed glasses and it had some type of like, Raspberry Pi or Arduino computer in it. And they had an app on their phone that looked like an NES controller and they were able to control it that way. I'm like, well, where is I'll just purchase this, but they only had like
Yeah.
this is how you do it. And I'm like, I don't have time for that. I just want to buy it.
Wow. That sucks.
So whatever I'm doing now works. I have them on a tripod stand with a little table, and then I green screened and like did some slight movements, moving the tripod, this and that, and then I do a close up of my shirt as like a back plate, and then put him where he would be. It seems to work for now,
Yeah.
so we'll see. Maybe I'll get some tips from some people on how to make it a little bit better. But for what it is, it's a pretty good series, I'd say.
I'm liking it. Um, so you talking about Rob made me think of this for some reason. So, like, within the last, like, 6 months, I sold my NES Sharp television.
Right? Yes.
Well, this weekend, one of our neighbors, my friend's buddy, Wesley, he went to his house, and then my son came back and he was like, "Hey, we have to go back and get my katana." And I'm like, "What katana? What are you talking about?" Well, their dad got this sick 3D printer and printed this, like, retractable katana that, like those Star Wars swords
Yeah.
that
Yeah. Yeah.
you whip out and they go so it's like
But it's a
5 or 6
katana.
pieces. It's like 3 foot long. It's crazy,
Wow.
and it's so cool. But all that to say, I slightly regret selling my TV because he would totally have printed me the doors I needed for it.
Right, with
He had,
3D
like, the little
printing now,
doors.
you could definitely do replacement parts and kinda fix stuff if you got the
He
files.
said they had some kinda handle break on, like, one of their yard tools, and he said he printed, like, a pink one. He's like, "So if you're seeing, like, the left side of my house and there's a pink handle, you'll that's what it is." I'm like, I don't know if it was, like, on his garden hose or who knows what, but I was
Right,
like, "That's
right.
hilarious."
He's like, "That's all I had was pink filament."
Do you do any 3D printing?
So I haven't got into 3D printing yet. I can definitely find some projects and stuff to use it. I reached out to my friend who does 3D printing, and I had him print, they are like the AC knobs in your car.
Yeah.
But he did the Mario brick, a question mark brick, and the Mario brick. So I have all 3, like, the iconic lineup. And he did it with, not regular 3D printing, but resin 3D printing. So it does it in, like, a bath of, water or something. I don't know, and then it comes out and it's supposed to be more, like, dense than just the
Okay.
filament with the how it goes up, but
Yeah. That's cool. They're
yeah,
3D printing houses now.
yeah, imagine.
It's crazy.
Just hit print, walk
Um,
away.
I know, right? That was sick. Uh, oh, hey, did you ever tell us I'm assuming nothing happened. Did you ever give us an update on the house?
I don't know if I did or not. So we had placed our bid in, and then we were waiting to hear back the following day because we went to see it twice. I went with my mom to kinda show her the basement and be like, "Hey, you can move in here, there's enough space," and we went and it was like a rainy day, which was kinda good because then we can see if there's, like, leaky parts
Right.
anywhere. Um, and we put our bid in 20,000 over asking,
Holy moly.
and they still, were like, "Nope, we're going with someone else, I guess, bid higher." So then we ended up not getting the house. We're like, "Ah, blast."
Dang.
So
You have to move to
unfortunately
South
not.
Carolina, Russ,
I guess so.
and we can do this live, baby.
Someone on my live stream today wanted you to come out to, Retro World so we could do the, weekly Warp Pipe live, and I was like, I don't
Oh,
think
that'd be
Jay's even going
sick.
to Southeast Game Exchange, and that's 15 minutes from his house."
Yeah, I'm not doing it this year. I'll be in because every year we go to Ohio July 4th weekend or week. And so all the past CGs, how do you say it? Like we're like the week I got back, and this time it's like we're getting back as it's finishing up. So
Oh, I see
won't be
you're
there
rolling
this
in
year.
Sunday night, essentially, and it's still
Yeah, won't be
happening,
there
yeah.
this year, unfortunately. But maybe next year. So we'll see. But I mean, I don't know. I really don't know if I'll ever be able to make another like a further place. It's just too hard with like family, like taking time away from Haley and the two kids, and it's I don't know. I don't see it happening. Short answer.
Right, essentially. Not everyone can swing it, so
Yeah,
that's why we do the internet here, and I mean, heck,
that's it.
I could have you log in and, have you on a screen, and I'm just there.
I know, right?
That might work.
It's funny. I tell Haley all the time. It's like it's so weird that at this point in my life, I talk to more people that don't live in my state. Like, I have more friends that are, like, all over the country than people that actually live here.
Right,
The
right.
power of YouTube.
YouTube, the internet, it works. I dig it. Yeah, I'll be going obviously to Retro World Expo, but I'll also be flying out for SoCal Retro Gaming,
Oh, you're so
Expo
lucky. You're
'cause
so lucky. I would love to go to that.
we'll have to see how it goes. Steph, booked the flight there, but we're having trouble getting a flight home. And I was
Ooh,
like, "Oh, I guess we just live in California then."
hey, there you go.
But, yeah, I'll be stoked to check it out. I was, popping into the, Pixel Plus podcast, and they were talking to the guy who's running the Tetris World Championship. He was on the podcast, and
Yeah,
they're
listen to
kinda
that.
going back and forth. I got a little shout out in there too.
I was actually about to bring that up. Yeah, 'cause, Aaron was talking about you texted him, you had took a Game Boy and made,
Mhm.
like, what, like, something in your car?
So I have the Game Boy, and I made the screen be my speedometer, so it reads my speed while I'm driving.
That's insanity. How did you do that?
It was pretty simple, honestly. I didn't it wasn't that technical savvy. I'd seen someone do it. I basically ordered this, like, speedometer module on, like, Amazon or eBay or whatever, right? And it was just small enough to I took a Game Boy, hollowed it out, and just glued the thing in, and then just put
Oh,
a hole in the back of the Game Boy so I could plug it in, and then made a mount, and boom. It just happened to
I'm
fit in the
assuming
screen.
there's a video or will be a video about this soon.
Yeah, it's already out there. I could bring it up and show you a quick
I need to
tutorial
watch
thing
this
on
if I haven't
this.
seen it.
I thought it was gonna get a lot more views, because I had seen a bunch of videos do it in shorts format, but I guess no one's interested in a, long format version of.
It's so hard to know though, right? Like, who's gonna be into what?
Right, and I mean, and again, with this YouTube, is it the thumbnail? Is it the title of the
It's
video?
probably your hideous face.
Hack me my hideous face. Get it in the Game Boy.
Oh, this is sick.
Where's the speedometer unit? So that's the unit. Power supply.
Okay.
So it's a small unit. Easily. I
That's what
do
she
cut the
said.
Game Boy up
This kicks up.
just
Oh, you're
because,
destroying
but
history.
it was
What's it?
a
Just
non-functional
cutting
one.
off all the
I know, it's all good.
little
I'm just giving you a hard
cathodes
time.
and
But you can see here, like, this is the unit right there that I made, like, stuck in there, but here, I'll just
Like,
get you
as
the
the screen.
right, but
So
then I took
why are you taking all that out? Why not just put it back without that? Was it,
so
like, integral to, like, the structure?
no, but I wanted the Game Boy to look stock with the buttons on the side, and all that, and that
Oh,
is
and that's what that's on?
incorporated into the circuit board.
Okay, gotcha,
So I was
okay.
like, I need
So
to.
you're just getting rid of all the crap to make space.
Right. And then I took it to the next level and I even printed
I don't wanna waste anything and
a
let me
cartridge.
get the old label
So it
off.
says like speedometer.
The
Oh,
new
that's
label is giving
so
me
freaking
some
rad,
trouble. I was
dude.
using my
So that
became
just takes it
tacky.
to like the
Being
next
able to
level.
see it
That
into
is
the magnet.
sick.
No issues of it.
Oh my god, that's so cool. That is, like, one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
So it's keeping a pretty accurate speed right now. My GPS 34.
So I have it there, or I do have a little table that I show that I can put it in, so it's not blocking my view really.
Right.
Passenger wants to
So it
check
could
out
sit right
That's
there.
that's that's still heck, that's still incredible. Like, your car is ridiculous, Russ.
So that's the Game Boy speedometer. And I thought, hey, if I could find um, one that's small enough, what if I did with the Game Boy camera was my dash cam for the car.
That would be nuts.
But I
That'd be
looked up
nuts.
like they have a small camera dash cam, but it's like, $100. And I'm like, I can't sink $100 into this cool video that's only going to get 300 views and I don't make any money off the video. And I had to spend $100 on a camera.
Let's get some Patreons in this house. I need to help pay
Right,
for
right.
this thing.
So, yeah, I've been trying. I did have to go get a new exhaust for the M cart. The part from the resonator to my muffler fell off, just the pipe itself, just rusted off, just being in, you know, New England, Connecticut here with like
Yeah, weather sucks.
weather, but they replaced that. So I was like, all right, it's good to go. I still drive the car every so often and hoping to bring it to some car shows and maybe some conventions. But like I said, so I'm going to SoCal Retro Gaming. I'm going to Retro World Expo, and then I actually just got invited to Retro Game Con in Syracuse, New York. That show is
Wow.
in October. So he said he would bring me out to the show. I would get a table. I don't have to bring my car. I'll just be there as like a YouTuber. And I'm hoping to sell some of my NES overlays and custom Nintendo systems and controllers there. We're going to be setting that up. So I have till October to prepare. So it should be pretty cool.
Nice. Hey, guess who texted me the other day? Somebody you and I both know.
Um, Tyler,
A Connecticut local.
a Connecticut local.
Yeah.
Aldo.
Brian, I don't know Aldo. Brian
Oh, okay.
Culpepper.
Oh, nice. I text him too.
And
Did he text you the picture?
Yeah. Yeah, he texted me the was I can't remember what it looked like now. Oh my gosh. The Blink 182, and it had like the date of 182 was incorporated into the date of the big day. I don't know
Oh,
if
I
I'm
didn't
allowed to
see that
say
one.
this.
No, I was talking about the ultrasound picture that he
Yeah, okay,
sent
that's
me.
what I'm talking about too.
Right.
Yeah. So when I say the big day, I mean like I guess like the anticipated birth date.
Right. Nice.
Um, but yeah, I was like, "Hey, have you seen Russ in a while?" And he said, "No, but I'm actually going to see him next week." And I was like, "Okay, cool."
Yeah, we text back and forth, and I was like, I should, either come down and like hang out. And he's like, oh yeah, just reach out to me. He's like, I don't mind driving your way, and hanging out because I was like, I have the baby, but I'm off these days, and I'd love to like meet up again. Because last time I think I saw him was like his birthday a few years ago, and I was like, it's been a while, man. Let's hang out. Let's do some stuff.
So when I first met him, he was probably self-admittedly a bit overweight, and then like I guess I got him into fitness somehow, unbeknownst to me. I don't really know how it happened. I guess maybe he was inspired by my working out, and now that dude is like fit as a mug. Like, and I guess he like rides his bike all the time. He weighs like 140 pounds or something. He's
Yeah,
like it's crazy. He's like completely transformed.
I had us at me and him went to too many games one year, and like there's a photo. We were buying T-shirts from my friend, so we both bought Famicom T-shirts, and I like jumped on him, and he's like holding me in his arms.
Like a baby.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I was like, thanks, bro.
But yeah, Brian's a good dude. I don't know. I just felt like bringing him up
Oh
because
yeah,
you know him.
the co-op collector
That's right.
back in the heyday when YouTube was small.
That's right. Make YouTube small again. We're
Sweet,
gonna do it, Russ. We're
we'll
gonna make it
see.
small.
Did you
No,
have
we'll
any of the things that we did, like the whatever you want to call them segments? I don't know if you had any new ones.
No, I didn't do any segments. I thought it was your week.
See, I was preparing for the full episode. I did research on that.
Oh, dang, dropped the ball.
Dropped the ball.
Ugh.
I
I mean,
did,
I
yeah,
can
I was
make
gonna
some
do
up off
some
the top of my
quotes
head.
off the dome. I mean, well, we're already at a 25-minute episode for our Wednesday one. That's not too bad. We had a lot going on to discuss with you guys.
That's right. And I'm kinda hyper tonight. I don't know why.
I did play, speaking of, because you did pop in, I did play the new Contra game, Contra Operation Galga,
What
Galuga.
did you think about that, Russ?
It's pretty epic. It's
The
it's
game's
definitely
fun?
yeah, it's fun because they give you lots of ways to play it, essentially. So you can do one hit kill like the normal Contra, or you can have a life bar where you get 3 hits and then you die. And then it has 3 difficulty settings that you can set it on. So far as I've seen, I'm playing on easy, but I'm pretty sure there's unlimited continues. And they kinda have like a checkpoint-ish area because 'cause I'd get to a boss, die, and then it'd start you a little bit before the boss, and you can go back. I'm about 5 levels in. I played it for 2 hours on live stream, and it took some things from Contra 4 on the DS, where you can carry 2 special weapons, and if you hit the trigger buttons, you can switch between them.
Toggle between the 2? That's
Right.
cool.
And then when you grab a weapon, your other weapon pops out. So if you have spread and you run over like homing, spread will pop out. So if you're like, oh no, I really want to keep spread, so you could just grab it again. So I do like that aspect of it. They go real in depth with like the backstory of like what's happening. It's basically a retelling kind of the first Contra game, but it has bosses from like Contra and Super C, so it's throwbacks from that. Some of the levels are like throwbacks, but like, I mean, obviously it's beautiful. It's on the Switch or PS5 for Xbox, it's all on the new gen consoles. I did buy it digitally on the Switch. So it was like $40. I was like, but Limited Run is doing a physical release if you want the physical, but it's not shipping till September. So it's like, you want to wait that long and then have to then finally play it. I was like, maybe I'll have to double dip. $40 now, $40 later.
I wouldn't mind having the physical card if it's fun. I regret not getting the messenger in physical form.
Right. Yeah, that was a
Um,
good one. And I think this one, I think it's going to be up to 4 players at once. I want to
One thing
say.
I wanted to ask you, because I wasn't in your stream long before my phone died and I had to charge it, but the dialogue seemed a little cheesy.
Yeah, but
Was
I
it
think
kinda
it's,
lame,
I
or was
mean,
it fun?
the voice acting is pretty spot on. And usually with the live streams, I usually kind of say the lines, but they talk everything. It's just kind of still images and they're reading the dialogue, so you don't see their mouths moving. But I think it's pretty spot on for what it is. Like each character is really good. Like the bad guy has like a menacing voice and all that. But for what it
Okay,
is as Contra, you're like, okay, this is on par of brand of what I think it should
okay,
be.
on brand.
Yeah, they definitely did a good justice, and they added a whole bunch of stuff. There's like you playing the game at whatever difficulty, you get credits, and you spend those credits in a store where you can get special abilities. So there's all these different abilities. So when you start the level, you're allowed to choose 2 special abilities. So one might be like start the level with spread, and with one of them I got, you can do a double jump higher, or you can
That's
use
cool.
like a barrier, or like there's all these different perks. So again, it's how you want to play the game. It's pretty neat. And I have 4 different characters so far that I unlocked, but obviously Lance and Bill, but then you get 2 female characters and their weapons play a little bit differently. And you do get a double jump and you get a dash move. So those are the new added moves.
Oh, I like the dash, that sounds fun.
Yeah, so it's definitely, I was getting used to the controls, like playing on the Switch. Okay, this button does this does this. Like
Right.
I'm kind of, oh yeah, it's switch this. They give you an option where if you hold down your trigger button, you can overheat your special weapon,
Oh,
and then it does like a special move. So if you have
okay.
spread, you overheat it, and then like bullets go all over the screen, killing the
Oh,
enemy and
wow, that
stuff.
sounds kinda cool. That's
Yeah,
a
so I'm
fun
like,
little take.
they thought of a lot of cool little little things like that. So I think it's definitely well worth it. It sucks that if you want to play it now, you do have to pay $40 for the digital copy. I always
Yeah, that
wish,
sucks.
digital should be less than a physical copy because we're not
Absolutely.
getting a cart and we're not getting packaging and you don't have to ship it to the store. So it at least be 35, like $5 left or something. Like, come on.
Yeah, I hate that. I don't like that. And if something ever I'm frozen here. This sucks. What's going on? Why am I
Bless.
looking to the right? I don't know. Maybe
But
it'll
we can
pick
still
back
hear you.
up.
Fair enough.
Okay. All right. So anyway, I was gonna do a lightning round of keep it or kill it real quick because I thought of 3 while you were talking.
Oh, okay.
All right,
Well,
ready? Lightning round, and then we can end this since I'm leaving anyway. All right, keep it or kill it. Mark Hoppus or Tom DeLonge?
oh, jeez. Uh, gee, I guess I'll go with Tom,
You
even
keeping
though
Tom or killing Tom?
I'm gonna kill Tom. I
Dang
think
it! Well,
I
okay,
just think
fair enough.
Mark kept Blink going, right? Blink was going without Tom, so he kept going
Mhm.
with that. And I feel like Mark contributed to pop punk so much during that time, like doing like collaborations on different bands and like I don't know, just kind of keeping that scene alive. Where Tom was kind of like, I'm doing Angels and Airwaves. That's not really pop punk.
If
Kind of
you want to
doing my own
call
thing.
what him and Matt Skiba did keeping Blink-182 alive, then you are free to do that. But I wouldn't say that's what they did. I say they were patting it on the face with a shovel here. All right, we're switching cameras because I don't know what to do. Okay, He-Man or Skeletor?
I mean, He-Man. Even
Keeping
though
He-Man?
Skeletor has some good memes, but yeah, we're keeping He-Man.
Okay, all right, fair enough. All right, last one. Home Alone 1 or Home Alone 2?
I'll probably keep one, I would say, because it's such a classic for sure. Like Christmas movie. Obviously, the second one is a Christmas movie as well, but that one just hits home so much more. I would say. I don't know. It's a classic one. Where did we lose Jay? I think Jay dropped out. So it's just me here talking to you guys. Fair enough. Well, I like to give a shout out to our Patreons. We got Dan and Nicole's Treasures Untold, Joe Sheevy, Trace Livinggood, Samantha Chang, Rodney Torres, Retroholic 16, and Austin Mills for supporting the podcast and my live streams too. If you're a top tier Patreon supporter, you can head over to patreon.com/Russ Lyman. Hey, you're back.
Sweet, at least you can hear me.
Perfect. If you do want to call into the show, we do have a phone number, and that is 949-682-9277. That's 949-682-WARP. Leave a message. That'd be fun. And that about wraps it up. Appreciate you guys listening, watching, and supporting the podcast. As always, I'm Russ Lyman, and keep your world fun bit by bit.